What do you remember when you won this award? A little bit different than now. When they were, what did you say they were? Got you, gave you toast.
No, to see how much it's grown
Yeah.
has been, amazing. I just remember, being up on stage presenting and reliving, what it felt like to be in the stands with your career a blank slate, and just the amount of relationships and people that you get to know throughout the years that starts here, and so it's been a fun evening.
What do you remember most about your high school career? Maybe not necessarily something, some great achievement or great game. What do you remember most about your high school days?
I just remember actually coming out here. I had just torn my ACL. I just found out I tore my ACL, and I came out here. It was the first time that they brought the Gatorade Athletes of the Year out to LA for the ESPYs, and I remember just being in awe of everybody in LA, and it was my first time in Los Angeles, and just that experience was fantastic, and it kind of gave me motivation to go back and work hard in rehab and come back the next year.
Who do you remember meeting that year that was maybe somebody you still see or have a relationship with in some way?
It's crazy. Allison Felix and I, that was the first time I met her in 2003, and we're still friends, to this day. I mean, we walked in the Olympics together, opening ceremonies, and we were like, look where we started and look where we are now. So it's fun to follow her career and to be a close friend of hers.
So that was the first time you'd met her.
That's the first time.
What do you remember about her? What kind of attracted you to her? Or how'd you guys connect?
Well, I think we just started talking. Our
Yeah.
parents started talking, and we've kept in touch over the years. And I followed her, and then with us both being in the Olympics and in 2008 and in 2012, and we both are living in LA, so it's a lot of fun.
And how about the ESPYs? Did you get to meet anybody that you really wanted to that year? Do you remember?
Everything is just a blur. I remember I met David Beckham. That was a pretty big deal. But everything else is just a huge blur that year.
Well, it is. I mean, and I imagine that's what it's going to be like for these athletes. They just keep accomplishing things. What kind of advice would you give, not necessarily even a basketball player, but one of these elite athletes and what they need to keep doing in their lives?
I would say just live in the moment, enjoy the journey, and don't focus so much on the destination. The destination is short-lived. The journey, can last for a long time, and so just absorbing it, being in it, living in it, and just making the best of every situation.
Was there anything tonight that was kind of memorable to you? Did you know Stuart Scott well, or was he somebody that you knew?
Stuart Scott meant a lot to me. I remember when I was pregnant with my daughter, and he came up and put his hand on my stomach and was like, "You're having a girl, I can tell." And he was like, "I have two of them." He's like, "Good luck." He's like, "They're gonna have you wrapped around their finger." And it's been fun exchanging stories with him over the years of our daughters and things like that. And so it's great to see them here, and that his memory is living on through them. And I think he was a fantastic father, and he was a father first, and that's what I took from it, and he's definitely missed, but like I said, he's going to live on for eternity.
And we saw it because his daughters were here. What were your impressions of watching them up on stage?
It's crazy. We were watching them from the back because we were going to present next, and as soon as his youngest daughter came up on stage, we were like, "Look at her smile, it's just like Stuart," and she looks just like Stuart, and you can see his energy and everything, and that they're so proud of their dad. And what better legacy to have than to live on through your kids. And I think I just commend them for their strength and for their ability to stay strong in front of so many people.